All these existential thoughts about what is important, these thoughts about what to do, when to do it, during a national emergency, during all these things happening around the world. What if we could breathe for once? I have an answer. These cigarettes are the answer. These are Gauloises Brunes. Cigarettes which were smoked from the French army, the infantry, Vichy Revolution people, and me. This was not just a symbol. It was an art form. It was a form of something that made you be cool. A form that made you be yourself. These don't have specific packaging, special notes, or even good tobacco, one could say. These have dark tobacco that most of the time in the original spectrum and series of Gauloises used to come from Iraq and Syria. Now it comes from Spain. But still, these cigarettes pack a punch. Pack a bitter, pungent, almost whiskey type of aroma. This is very different from Sobrani, from Chungwa, from Marlboro, from everything. And most of the world has this off the market. Only old people smoke this, the French people tell me. But I am old, and I love this. Once it was a rite of passage to enter France, put on Serge Gainsbourg, and take part in Nouvelle Vague. Gauloises Gitans was something that was unequivocally French. The cool, strong, rich smoke of Gauloises Caporal and this blue obviously made you cough. But once that subsided, you had done the rite of passage, and could have Liberté Toujours. These words that I wrote reminds me of my grandparents' youth. More so than Sobrani, more so than any other cigarette. It reminds me of the first time I've smelled the smoke coming out from students' halls, which my grandmother owned. Feels like I'm on a chimney or something. I'm sure you're aware that there's tons of brands available right now in the EU market. But what you might not be aware is that most of these brands produce the same tobacco. The same tobacco as in those cigarettes, the same chemicals, the same tar, and the same taste. To the European directive of making cigarettes in plain packaging. That's fairly simple. But why does it look different from the usual Gauloises blonde you get everywhere else in Europe? Because this is not made by Imperial Brands, but rather a subsidiary, Reemtsma. They're the only ones in the industry, except what Bat's doing with Italy, that make cigarettes unfiltered. They're the only ones that still have these heritage brands from 1901, from 1860s, from 1910, with the old packaging labels. Of course, there's a European label here, but these taste so good, still. The smell, the taste, the pattern, even here, the font here is still the old font of Gauloises cigarettes. They don't follow the fucking cork design. They're white. They're perfect. They don't even have any perforations over here. They look like paper, plain paper. The first time I tasted the cigarette, it felt like something was wrong, like I was smoking a pipe, like it felt very harsh on my throat. And the aftertaste is very, very deep in comparison. Now granted, you don't get lots of nicotine from this, sure. But what you do get is this very, very deep, intense aroma. Like, I would say like smoking Balkan mixture, definitely. For this cigarette, you need to slow down, slow your thinking, and conversate with people. Some cigarettes make you stop, make you high, and make you want to just be empty in your own thoughts. This is not one of them. This cigarette makes you want to conversate. It makes you want to talk because it makes you want to enjoy the flavor, enjoy the smoke, enjoy your surroundings, and keep in touch with your friends. This is perfect for when you're having a deep conversation with somebody. Just like Camus, just like Sartre with his wife, de Beauvoir, just like everyone else.